Hi, I'm Brandon, and I am back to take my second look at Vincent Ambrosio from the Hansen vs. Predator sting. So let's go.
Come on in.
So here we have Vincent showing up in completely normal clothes that a normal person would wear. And again, there's nothing wrong with wearing a cowboy hat. It's a perfectly good look if it suits you. But the fact that I don't think it suits this guy. And he even brings up later, he's like, look at the way I dress.
You found the house up?
So, and just the fact that he's known as the Undertaker Predator, the Cowboy Predator, it's something that people notice. I just don't think the look suits him.
Okay.
You're Jenna?
Yeah.
You look different than the pictures.
See, he's one of the few that actually notices that this is a different human being than is in the pictures you've been seeing. Most of them are just like Terminator. They're like, a young person, don't care how they look. They're all interchangeable. This guy actually notices that, are you her? Like, something's weird here.
People always say that. I don't know why.
People always say that.
Do you want a cupcake?
People always tell her that she doesn't look like her picture.
I like your hat.
Oh, no. Oh, no. See, with Jesse Velez, at least he stayed on the other side of the little island thing there, the bench where the cupcakes are, whereas our friend Vincent here just came all the way around. And this is probably the most cringeworthy picture in the history of this TV show right here. You just got this enormous cowboy predator guy coming in to like hug this girl. Oh, no, look at her. This is not going to be good. Let's see what she does.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, back the fuck away.
No, alright, sorry.
We have all day. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
And like, wouldn't that be a red flag that this person that was supposedly excited to see you is just doesn't even want to touch you? Like that should just tell you that, like, okay, this is kind of weird.
How you doing?
Okay.
And people with OCD are probably going to be, or is that OCD, whatever it is, be mad that this picture was knocked off of. It's not straight. I know it's a minor detail, but I figure it's my second look, so I'm going to point out every possible detail I can.
I hate the cold.
I know. I forget how cold it gets every winter, and then it hits. And
I'm moving south.
Oh yeah, you can see a head poking up in the background there.
I know. I forget how cold it gets every winter, and then it hits. And
I'm moving
Right
south.
there. You can see someone's head. Chris Hansen's too tall for his own good. Thank God Vincent didn't notice that.
where to?
I want to go towards like Texas, the desert.
Really? I've never been.
Me neither. But
So
I like the warmth.
that explains the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I like the warmth.
Yeah.
It gets too cold up here for me.
I don't know. I
Mom
kinda
wants to go to the
Is that still someone you could just see standing there? Like, it's right in his line of sight.
beach.
So you're not a Four Seasons person?
Not really.
No.
I don't. I want to try Alaska. Me and my friend want to go try to live up there.
I heard it.
Yep. He really likes the heat, so he's gonna go to Alaska. Yeah, good thinking. I don't think anything he means he wants to move to Texas, but just visit Alaska.
It's beautiful up there.
Yeah, he likes the.
See, at least she looks more comfortable here. When she was talking to John Doopy, she was just like terrified the entire time. At least here, she's like leaning in. You know, she's pretending to be interested. She's got her fist on her chin like that, kind of like she's just really paying attention because she has the safety that this guy is on the other side of this thing, so he can't actually touch her. And unless she's just fascinated by what he's saying, which I really, really doubt, she's at least trying. And Vincent does come across as less, I wouldn't say less creepy, but less physically intimidating. Like, yeah, he's big, but I doubt that Nellie here knows his entire chat log history, unless they told her. But I just don't think that he would come across as physically scarier than some of the other guys.
Outdoorsy stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Would you make these?
I'm not that good.
So who made them then? The mom just made 4 cupcakes, like just for her to eat? It's kind of weird.
I like to bake.
Yeah.
My heart's racing.
Mine is too. Do you want
Yeah, for different reasons.
water or anything?
No. Yeah, give me a cup of water.
I have bottles.
That's fine.
And I brought this up in my last time, and I think people in the comments, there was some like pushback. I thought it was rude for him to say, yeah, get me a water, or get me a bottle of water. I think that's rude to phrase it as a demand rather than just saying sure, or Yeah, I'll have a glass of water. Just saying, yeah, get me a water, get me whatever. It just sounds rude.
So what do you want to do? You want to just hang out here?
Yeah, you got a TV?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no TV in this enormous house. They're the one family in America without a television.
TV?
Sure.
She's just like, oh my god, this is such an awkward interaction.
Do you want to like watch a movie or?
Yeah, movie.
This is a different angle here. You rarely get to see like this part of the house over here.
Mm-hmm.
What movies you got?
I mean, we can just get something on Netflix.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's the TV?
It's in the other room.
She's just like, okay, I'm out of here.
You just hang out here for a sec. I'm gonna grab something.
Hey Tex, how you doing?
How you doing?
Uh-oh.
Why don't you come over here and have a seat on the stool, please?
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to
Kind of figure about it. No. Just come right over here, please.
come.
What did Chris think he was gonna do? He was gonna like run?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are
I knew
you?
this was going to happen.
You knew what was going to happen.
Somebody was going to show up here.
Somebody was going to come
They didn't show up. They were waiting for you. They've been here the whole time.
up here.
Sorry. You know what? I have nothing to live for anyway.
And just again, like we all know the story. If anyone's watching this for the first time, you should probably just watch the actual segment and save my commentary for later. But we all know how pathetic this guy is and just this show that he puts on, and who knows how much of what he says is true. And yeah, maybe he does feel like his life is in this situation, but again, it's no excuse for doing what he did. And it's a way for him to get sympathy. This has probably worked for him his whole life. He even says later, he's like, the other night I sat on my bed and cried with my mom or whatever. Like anytime he's in trouble, because his parents are probably like, you got to finish school, you got to get a job, like you can't just be a huge loser your whole life. And whenever they do that, he just starts crying about how pathetic his life is. Then they sit there with their arm around him, stroking his hair, and it's like, it's okay, Vincent, it's okay. And then he can just get away with being a loser a little bit longer. It's probably the way he's gotten away with just everything his entire life. And it's gotten to the point now, I don't know how long he's been doing this kind of stuff. Like, he's still pretty young. He's only like 19. But just the fact that it's escalated into preying on minors, and his chat was very graphic. Like, this guy is an offender of the highest order. This guy is horrible. And he's like 30 now. So he no longer has the excuse of youth. But just the fact that this is what he's doing, and his parents probably let him get away with it. And just the second he's confronted, he's just goes into act pathetic mode. And I think most of us see right through it.
What? What do you mean?
Life's a mess.
Why is it a mess?
I failed high school. I have no motivation to finish it.
So if you have no motivation to finish it, that means you didn't finish it. So how could you have failed it? It sounds like you just quit. If you actually went back and started going, you could actually finish it. Finishing high school is something most people do. Even people of average or even below average intelligence can still manage to finish high school. You can at least do that.
None of the pills about work.
What do you do for a living?
I don't have a job.
I don't have a job. Okay, if you don't have a job, how are you out of work? I think he just doesn't try to get a job. His parents just let him be a bum, and every time they tell him to get a job, he just cries and whines because he doesn't want to work. He just wants to be on the computer all day, chatting up minors, basically. It's what he's doing. Just most normal people do that. They finish high school, they have a job. Even if you're young, living at home, you can have a part-time job while you're going to school. Just do the basic things that people are supposed to do to be just a normal person. Instead, he does none of that, doesn't even try, and then uses the fact that he's not doing that as an excuse to do horrible things, even though it's all his fault.
I'm a fuck up.
Well, yeah, that's true. But as soon as you have that kind of identity for yourself, where you just think I'm a fuck up, that means that like what motivation does he have to be a normal person? He can just get away with it because it's in line with his identity. Everything he does, he's like, well, this is just me. I do this kind of thing. There's no point in stopping trying to do it because I'm a fuck up. This is what someone like me does. Like, that is a horrible way to think. You should be not doing this kind of stuff to begin with. He wouldn't have time to do this if he was in school and everything, and just stopped letting dirty thoughts enter his mind and just feeding it by reaching out to underage people and being disgusting and then driving to their house And now he wants us to be like, oh, it's not his fault. His life is a mess. Fuck that.
Look, I can understand how tough that is on you. But why does that make it okay?
I wasn't gonna do anything.
Yeah, bullshit.
But that's not what
She
you said
said
in the
I
text.
know. I want to be a cop. I wasn't gonna do anything.
How is he going to be a cop? Like this guy that breaks down crying at the first sign of confrontation? If you're a cop, sooner or later, you're going to have to put yourself up against someone who's probably a bit angry and a little bit mean and is probably going to say bad things to you and act aggressively. You're going to run into that. And what, he's just going to break down crying and saying how his life's a mess, and then the violent murderer is going to have to be like, it's okay, buddy. Come on, man. You could do better. Just get your life together. Like, what does he think's going to happen then? How do you want this guy carrying a weapon, walking around with the authority to like arrest people? Unless it's what he wants. He's like, as soon as I have that authority, I could just walk around flexing on everyone, and I got a gun and a nightstick and handcuffs, and everyone has to do what I say. That's not the kind of person you want being a cop either, especially one that singles out young girls for that he just wants for his pleasure. Like, who knows what kind of guy like this is? Thank God he never became a cop.
You want to be a cop?
I have a friend.
Well, then why don't you go?
What do you mean you don't have a friend? You just talked about how you and your friend are going to go to Texas. If you have a friend you're close enough with that they're willing to like move or travel to another state with you, they're probably a fairly decent friend. So what the hell's he talking about? He has no friend.
Join the police academy or...
And things, if you go to school, you'll have friends. School was like the easiest and best time of your life to make friends because you're around people your age all day long, 5 days a week. Go enroll in high school. Just try not to be a huge loser. Stop crying all the time. Meet other people. You'll have friends. Get a job. You'll have money. I don't get what his problem is. Even if he's 19 and he's like too old to actually go back to high school during the day, he could still take night courses, get his GED. There are ways to do this.
Fat. I can't do anything.
And he's like, I'm fat, I can't do anything. And then a lot of people are fat, they still do stuff. That's a bullshit excuse. He can still lose the weight. He even says later that he's already lost weight. So if he's already lost considerable weight, he just needs to lose a little bit more, and he'll be okay. Basically what I'm getting at is everything he says is such bullshit.
Look, I had a father who was overweight. I get it. It's tough.
Stupid.
But still, that doesn't make it okay. It's okay to conduct yourself this way on...
And yeah, Chris is just handling with the kid gloves. Maybe they have the memory of the Lewis Conrad incident, and they don't want Vincent here offing himself and then winding up in another massive lawsuit. So Chris is like, or it could be because this guy's so young. He's 19, but a lot of us TCAP fans, we think of Vincent as like one of the worst. It's not like, oh, he's just a young guy. Like, no, he's starting his life out this way and refusing to take responsibility for it. He's kind of bad. And like Chris was really hard on John Dupey. He was just like, he wouldn't put up with his bullshit at all. So I don't know why he's treating Vincent like this.
social chat sites and talk to a girl who's 12 years old. What grade are you in? 7th. Cool. Could I see a pic of you? You like older guys. You said all this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. And it doesn't matter how old he is. I mean, like maybe it matters a little bit. Like obviously, if you're 60, it's worse than you're 19. But he's still an adult. He still knew what he was doing. He still went by the Predator playbook. He still said all the same things every other guy said, including other incredibly gross things. Like, yeah, if you read about him, like he wanted her to measure parts of her body. Like it just really, really gross stuff. And he sent her obviously pictures of his body parts too and everything. Like he's not any better than the other guys. He doesn't get a pass just because he's a young, pathetic loser.
I meant a naughty pic. You send a picture of yourself.
I know. Don't remind me.
I'm not that big.
Yeah, his whole thing, his whole act is I already know I'm pathetic and a loser, so there's no point in anyone pointing this out and confronting me about my actions because I already know I'm like this. What I think of myself is even worse than what other people think of me. So don't even bother trying to call me out when I do something bad because I already know. And then he could just continue doing this stuff and hope everyone will just drop it.
But I could fit inside you. Have you ever played with yourself? I mean, you see how this...
So even the way Chris is reading that, like he's reading it very softly. With John Dupy, he would just like throw it back in his face.
looks.
As he should.
How did you get to this place?
Which place? This or just me?
Yeah, again, he's like, this or just me? As in, like, don't even pay attention to what I did here as though this is one incident. This is just like one part of the whole mess that is my life. So don't even really accuse me of anything specific here. It's just everything in my life is wrong, and this is just one of many things.
Everybody's got personal problems, right?
Exactly. Everyone goes through shit. You don't do this kind of stuff.
But that doesn't mean it's okay to do this. You get that, right?
Yeah. Such an idiot.
How far did you drive today?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. And how many other times have you done this?
I don't know why when you just said that, it reminded me of that part in Wayne's World 2 where they were training the stage techs or whatever for the concert, and then Chris Farley ran out and he kept getting hit by tennis balls, and then I can't remember what happened, but he's like, the guy's like, why don't you just leave? And he's like, 'cause I got nowhere else to go. I don't know why it just made me think of that. It's freaking hilarious.
Well, that's hard for me to believe, Vincent.
She said she wanted a friend. I'm stupid.
But there's no friends 19?
Yeah, she said she wanted a friend. Like, it was up to her. Like, she was the one initiating it, and then you were just there trying to be a friend. No, you initiated contact with her. You initiated all the conversations. You initiated all the sex talk, and you're the one that said all the dirty, inappropriate things. So don't try to turn it around on him like you just wanted to befriend her. Like these young girls are just out there looking for 19-year-old fat losers that don't go to school and have no job to be friends with. That's not going to happen.
20?
I have one friend. He's always working. Nobody else.
Really? You have a friend who's employed? Once you're an adult, if you're a normal person, most of your friends, probably all of them, everyone you know, your girlfriend, your wife, your husbands, are going to have jobs. Because most people have jobs. That's how you operate in society. And what you do is you figure out times to plan out activities to do together when you're both not working. And it's like, hey, are you free on the weekend or in the evening? And then you do stuff there. You don't just, well, I guess my one friend is working. That means I have no friends and now I have to prey on minors online. That is the stupidest way to possibly think. And you're allowed to have more than one friend, so meet other people, Vincent. And if you have a job, you can meet people at the job that you can hang out with outside of work. It's another good place to meet people.
Look at where I dress.
Look, first, made me so mad, Vincent. If you don't like the way you dress, like, does his mommy and daddy fucking dress him? If you don't like the way you dress, wear different clothes. It's kind of an odd choice to wear, like, a trench coat and a cowboy hat. I mean, that's a very specific thing that you have to do. It's not like you just accidentally leave the house wearing a cowboy hat. You have to buy one somewhere or somehow get one and then choose to wear it. Wear different things if you just dress jeans and a t-shirt like there's like a normal average person. And look at the way he like throws his hat towards Chris. Like, look at this. Look how pathetic I am.
Stupid.
But there's no friends 19? 20?
I have one friend. He's always working. Nobody else. Look at where I dress and stuff. Everybody thinks I'm weird.
You don't say, Vincent. Really? Do you think being on the show helped people's image of you? You think they judged you a little bit better after this?
Well, the only weird thing I see is that you were trying to hook up with a 12-year-old girl named Jenna Claire. I mean, have you tried to get some help?
With this stuff?
Yeah.
No, I never told anybody anything.
How often do you go on the internet
To do that,
to do this stuff?
Not with girls, not with girls.
Well, what made you do it this time?
He saw the opportunity and he went for it.
I mean, just help me to understand what's going on in your mind.
I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, you gotta know, Vincent. You're an adult now. You get this as a felony, right? What are you going to do about this situation? I mean, you got to pull.
Well, he's going to be clearly doing nothing about it. It's up to the authorities to do something about it. Most of these guys are not going to change. They're not going to stop. They either don't understand their own actions enough to know why they're doing it, and either way they don't care, or they just don't want consequences. They want to be able to just do it. You can't leave it up to these guys to give them a warning and tell them to change their actions. It takes massive intervention, and not in the form of counseling. It takes going to prison, keeping them away from other people, and then watching them like a hawk forever. It's pretty much what it takes. If you just leave it up to them to deal with themselves, I think pretty much none of these guys would stop doing this.
Together. Where'd you go to school?
Ketchum.
Where?
Ketchum and Wappingers.
Ketchum and Wappingers Falls.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
Ketchum and Wappingers Falls. It's kind of a mouthful of a place.
I failed English, participation in government, economics. I'm supposed to be doing them online. I don't have any motivation to do anything.
Well, what happened to your motivation?
Yeah, it's kind of a side thing, but online courses are hard. I've done a couple before. I actually did fairly well at them, but I would way rather be in a classroom. There's something different about it, like, and especially if you're someone that claims to lack motivation and you're easily distracted. Trying to do stuff online is going to be very hard to do. If it's somewhere where you're demanded or you're expected to show up every day to a real life place with other people, it just gives you more of a motivation to go, and it also gives you more people to meet, which is clearly what Vincent here claims he wants. So yeah, I don't trust him to be on a computer doing courses and learning, because we know exactly what kind of stuff he's doing online.
Just this depression is so crippling.
Did you go see somebody, a doctor?
I'm seeing it.
You know how many people suffer from depression or some form of mental illness? Like, it's a fucking lot. Some people have it like chronic issues. Other people just go through shit sometimes in their life. Probably, I'd say every single person goes through something in their life where, man, like, you're down in the dumps and things are going bad. Like, horrible things happen to everyone. And then he's just like, however, I'm going to use this thing that everyone else goes through, to use it as an excuse to not only be a predator, but to prey on the most vulnerable members of society, and then do it in a very disgusting way. And we're supposed to look at him and be like, oh, poor Vincent, you're depressed. No.
What is he? I think he's like a nurse practitioner, kind of. He prescribes my medicine, and I'm not a big talker about my feelings, so he talks to me about it.
You're not a big talker about your feelings? You're breaking down crying here in front of a strange man and millions of people on the internet.
He prolongs the appointment for me.
I bet you he talks about his feelings all the fucking time. I bet you if you're friends with this guy and just any time you have any sort of disagreement or you just don't do what he wants, he probably just starts breaking down and going on and on about all his problems and everything. And I bet you he talks about his feelings so much that it drives everyone away.
So you've been diagnosed with depression?
Bipolar depression.
Bipolar. It's a tough disease.
Yeah, I know people that have bipolar depression, and yeah, they go through some stuff, but they still have jobs, they have families, they don't prey on people. They're, for the most part, normal most of the time. They struggle, and they try to do their best. They're not like, yeah, got bipolar depression, what are you going to do? May as well be a predator and just do whatever I want to anyone without wanting consequences. That is not how life works.
What do you take for it?
I'm on the Lexapro, gabapentin, and Adderall. It's supposed to give me energy to want to do things, but I had fucked that up. I didn't realize what it...
I mean, you don't seem like a dumb guy, Vincent.
He gave me 10 milligram tablets to start with 10 twice a day. He says that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, here we got all his bullshit overdose of Adderall or whatever the hell he's talking about. I can't remember, I've seen it discussed online in the comments section of other videos and on Temple of TCAP, and people have explained why he's full of shit. Like, they've actually broken it down and explained it. There's no way I could do it. I don't know enough about the drug, or I don't care to do the math to figure out his dosages. But apparently he's full of shit. And yeah, maybe he got the wrong dose or whatever. But whatever he's talking about here, them giving him too much or too little, is in no way connected to what he tried to do here today.
But up a dose to 220 to 210s, so 20 twice
Stop banging your hand on the table, Vincent.
a day. I bumped it up to 30. He refilled the prescription. I didn't realize he refilled the prescription. That's why
And he's kind of brilliant in his own way about. We were talking about you coming here to prey on an underage person, and now he's just going on about how terrible doctors are and dosage and medication and drugs and all that kind of stuff. It's like, hey, we're onto a different subject, and notice he's no longer crying because we've steered the conversation in a new direction.
Said in the last message before I came, I have aches and stuff. Is because I didn't realize when he refilled it, he bumped it up to 30 tablets. So I could take just one tablet in the morning and one at 12 o'clock noon. I was taking 330, so I was taking 180 a day.
Fascinating, Vincent. Fascinating. They really need to turn that story into a movie. It'd be great. It could be its own universe. Fascinating.
It's a lot of Adderall. What did that do to you?
I was so antsy. I was angry at my dad. I was angry at everybody. I picked my fingernails to nothing.
I bet you he was angry because his dad's probably like, Vincent, get a job. Get out of the house. They're probably trying to set him straight. So he's like, I was angry at my dad.
I've had withdrawal down for the last couple days because he can't refill it because it's not October, and now the fucking insurance company doesn't want to refill 30 twice a day extended release because they say it's too high of a dose. But I'm fat, so the 30 didn't bother me.
Did you ever try to diet?
I've actually, with the Adderall, I lost weight. I lost about 20 pounds, and I've lost 40 pounds since January.
That's pretty good. It seems like in that respect you were heading in the right direction, but here you headed in the wrong direction. How are you going to get back on track here?
For anyone been following the Vincent Ambrosio story, even I think it was last year or this year, maybe even, he was rearrested for breaking his parole. And you can read about it on the TCAP wiki. I was gonna do it here, but I might wait till I cover his interrogation again, and I might just do a long video with everything that's happened to him since. But yeah, he's basically back in jail now for screwing around.
He says he wants to try now a month with this Adderall to see if it works. I just want to get shock therapy.
It's that bad.
I sat on the floor and I cried the other night to my
Really? What a shock.
mom.
Yeah, they should give this guy shock therapy. Of course, it's when everyone thinks that, they think of someone strapped into a chair like the electric chair, and then just getting blasted with electricity. They actually do it when you're unconscious and you don't feel it. Then it's very light shocks, but it's supposed to help with certain things. I'm not a doctor, so I can't remember exactly what it helps with, but it's not what everyone usually imagines in their head. But I think he always wants something else that'll help. I need what's going on now is not helping. I need something else, some radical new different therapy, some new thing to try. So shock therapy may be it. But the thing is, if he tried shock therapy, if he's not going to change his actions, it wouldn't help. I think the problems are all within him. It's not the depression that's causing him to do stuff. It's just him being a loser and doing this kind of thing all the time. So even if he went to shock therapy, it wouldn't help. And then he'd probably hear about some other kind of drug, some other thing he could do and be like, oh, if only I could do that, I could be normal. Like, the problems are all inside of him.
I said, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to get up. I don't want to get out of the bed.
What did she say to you?
Vincent, I don't want to be mean, but you'd probably do the world a big favor if you just didn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
She cries. She feels horrible for me.
I wonder what his parents are like. Like, I wonder if his mom's always coddling him and comforting him, and then his dad's the one that's like, stop treating him like a baby. He's got to be a man and get a job. But then again, apparently, when the reason this episode wasn't released with the rest, because Vincent's dad caused a big uproar and threatened to sue and all this other stuff. So yeah, I don't know what their family life is like, and I hate to speculate on it, but something's going wrong with Vincent, that's for sure. And
you live at home?
And I do take care of my grandfather.
Yeah.
He has Parkinson's.
How is he doing?
Again, another person. What does he mean he takes care of his grandfather? Like, shouldn't his parents take care of him? And we've seen other people where I got to take care of my mom or whatever. Meanwhile, they're predators. I think they just use that as an excuse to not work. Well, I can't work. I can't be productive because I have to take care of this sick and feeble family member. Meanwhile, they're probably not actually caring for them. The actual caring for them probably amounts to like 15 minutes per day. And the rest of the day, they're just online doing this kind of stuff. So I don't buy it.
Best he's gonna get. He's gotten worse.
Listen, I can empathize with all of that, except this.
Exactly. Everything you said, Vincent, doesn't make a difference. It's all bullshit. The thing is, you had no excuse for doing what you did.
I mean, it's pretty graphic, right? You know better, Vincent.
I'm an idiot.
I mean, you shouldn't be sending pictures of your genitals.
Yeah, and of course, now that the conversation is steered back to directly confronting him about what he did today, he goes back to crying.
To
Right.
a 12-year-old girl, right?
I fucked up again. There's nothing else I can say, but I fucked up again.
Well, how else have you effed up?
School, my life, everything.
And like, it's just that same pathetic way of thinking as Lauren. Like, so you with Lauren, Chris says like, so you spent time online being taken advantage of by women. In what way? He's like, in every way. Like, just like my whole life is terrible. Like he can't say like, there's this one area of my life that's actually going okay. He can't admit that maybe just like 5% of my life or my personality is actually average or okay. It's like, no, absolutely everything's going wrong. He's refusing to even believe that maybe one thing is maybe there's some shred of hope. It's like, nope, it's all just completely hopeless. Like, I don't think he even believes that. I think that's just the persona he's got to put on in order to cry and be a huge baby to try to get away with doing bad things.
Do you have any hobbies?
Not really. I like driving and I like smoking cigars, but I can't.
Well, get hobbies. That's the thing about hobbies is you can do anything. Just try to think, hey, musical instrument. I'm going to learn to play guitar or play drums, just anything. Learn fucking chess or just, there's so many hobbies out there, things you could just try doing. See if it's fun. And if it's not, pick something else. If you like it, try to get better at it. You could even pick several hobbies. Go golfing, go canoeing, go hiking, go camping. There's things that you could do. Learn how to cook properly. Like, there's so many things. He's just like, nah, I don't have any hobbies except driving and smoking cigars.
Do that for the rest of my life.
Why?
Because I need to get a job and I need to get structure in my life. And
Where are you going to go from here? This is not a good day for you.
what else is new? It's never a good
Shut up, Vincent.
day.
When did this start for you? When did it get off the tracks for you?
The depression?
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like, once you have this kind of mindset, like, I don't think he could ever allow himself to have a good day or to do anything. Because if something started happening and he's like, wow, like, someone offered me a job and it actually pays fairly decently and seems pretty cool. Like, this could be a new opportunity for me. If he did that, it would go against everything that he has decided that he is. He's kind of decided that he's a pathetic loser. So if something like that happened, he would either consciously or subconsciously have to sabotage it or shut it down because it doesn't align himself with the loser Vincent. So what motivation does he have to try to do anything if he just thinks he's a pathetic, wimpy loser that nothing could possibly help? He's never going to do anything outside of anything that would reinforce that.
It's like since I'm 12, 13, I think it started. I've been through 4 or 5 doctors. Millions of different pill combinations. That's why I wanted shock therapy. I had posted on the Whisper app last week because I've been feeling like having the withdrawal and stuff. I said I just want to kill myself, and the nurse from I guess she had
And just the fact that he's willing to go on just some public platform and just threaten to do that, just like it makes me think he's just trying to get attention for himself. I don't know if anyone out there actually has sympathy for this guy in some way and is like, yeah, maybe he has a point. If I'm wrong, let me know. Someone usually does, that I'm being too hard on the predators, but I think that he's just trying to get attention and justify his actions.
England. She said that there's a shock therapy, and I looked it up, and I told my doctor about it, but he doesn't want to do it, and he wants to wait and see if the pills work. I'm tired of seeing if the pills work.
Okay. Well, what you did here is hard to excuse, Vincent. But I hope you get help with all your other stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if Chris actually has sympathy for him, if he really means what he says, or if inside he's just like thinks the most of us do. He's just disgusted with Vincent, and he's just putting on a show to not come across too hard.
I want to die. My life is miserable.
Nobody wants you to die.
Oh,
All
shut
right,
up,
listen to me.
Vincent.
Vincent, there's some people over there who are going to
Yeah,
get you on the next step to get better, okay? Okay? I take no
You mean there's a bunch of therapists waiting for me in the garage?
glee in any of this, by the way.
Huh?
I take no glee in any of
I'm
this.
sure.
I got 2 boys, you know. So man to man, will you look at me for a minute? Will you promise to get some help? Please? This too shall pass.
Well, not really. I mean, it's going to be on YouTube forever, and you're still in legal trouble. So, I mean, maybe one day in the distant future it will.
You gotta get help, okay? Do you promise me?
I wish I just had a heart attack, but I was overdosed.
Oh, shut the hell up, Vincent. You're making me mad.
The Adderall.
Look at me. Look at me. Do you promise me you will get help?
Yes, I don't want to be like this
Okay.
anymore with this. I need this.
Okay, so can we make this a turning point for you?
Yes.
As dark as this looks right now. Okay. But there's no way to go but up from here.
Not necessarily. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better.
Go easy. Go easy. So you will get help. All right. Will you do me a favor? Will you leave the knife? Leave the knife right here. Take your hat and glasses. And then once you head right out this way,
Red my coat.
Be like, Vincent, what you probably want to do is open that knife up and then just go running aggressively into the garage.
Is it even?
I'll get the
Go out there.
I'll get the
It's funny because Chris didn't actually do his whole explanation of who he is. I think Chris was hoping that, okay, for this one, maybe the camera shouldn't come out. But the camera crew back there, they're probably like, should we come out? What are we supposed to do? He didn't introduce himself yet. And, well, are we going to get in trouble if we go out there? Well, are we getting in trouble if we don't go out there? Okay, let's go out. And then they just go out.
All right, get some help on it.
Which way?
Go on this way.
This through the garage?
Straight through, yeah.
Stop right there, sir, please.
And he must have known that the police were coming, because it just seems weird to walk up to someone else's vehicle and throw your coat on the hood.
Hands behind your back. What do you just shoot me?
Like, I think he says things like that because he wants them to be like, oh, don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. He just wants constant reassurance that things are not that bad and that he's okay. Like, so frustrating.
You got anything on you? Just the knife. Where's that? In the kitchen. Anything in your pockets? Anything sticking in the stickers?
Phone and stuff in there. That's it.
Okay. Nothing in your jacket?
Yes, where your legs from?
Open. Attaboy.
Trust me, I understand.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Where's your knife? You got it?
It's in the kitchen on the island.
Got it right here. So, okay.
Nothing else, right?
Let's recommend you see.
I just like how that camera guy is just like back there getting a nice shot of Vincent's ass. Let's watch that again.
Nothing else, right?
Let's recommend you see here in this corner.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Someone will be right with you, sir, okay?
You alright back there, man?
Feature. So if I turned around when none of this happened?
What's that?
If I turned around and none of this happened?
Oh, the regret is starting. If I turned around, would none of this have happened?
We'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? I can't answer
If I had not done this, would I still be in trouble?
that.
messed up.
Vincent, if you just didn't talk to minors online, you wouldn't be in trouble at all. If you were at work right now, you wouldn't be in trouble.
Okay.
I do this shit too.
All right, no problem.
I do
No
is
problem.
being stupid.
All right, let's try to relax, all right?
Hi, Vincent. I'm Detective Irizarry. My name's Beth. What do you want to be called, Vincent? What do people call you?
When everyone's in and ready to go,
Good. Better?
Yeah.
Try it if you lean maybe a little bit forward. Are you leaning on him? That's going to hurt you. You can even almost turn sideways if you want. We're going to process you for what happened today. We're going to speak to you about it. And that's essentially it. You work?
I take care of my grandfather.
Is that like your full-time job?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is not like, what does he mean? He takes care of his like, does the grandfather live in the same house as Vincent and his parents? Because wouldn't his parents be doing most of the work to take care of him? Like, I just have a feeling he's not taking care of his grandfather that much.
I don't remember.
With you?
Yeah, we put an addition on last year.
You notice now that the conversation is on something other than what he did. He is no longer crying again.
Built it ourselves.
It's not easy.
It's very disabilitating disease Parkinson's.
Right, that's it. So what we're going to do is go into booking. We're going to process you. And, we'll talk a little bit about it.
Every time they say process them, it just makes me think that they're like cattle being led into a slaughterhouse or something. Which in a way, I guess they are.
Probably I can just speak to you privately. Yeah, we're going to walk up and come to the left, okay? This Sergeant Ferris.
Well, I guess we'll stop this one there. I'll do his interrogation again on a different video. I've already done one commentary on his interrogation if you want to watch it on this channel. All right, so that's it for the confrontation with Vincent Ambrosio. So, yeah, let me know if there's any other predators you want me to cover. I think I'm pretty much covered them all, or at least all the ones I could find. But if there's anything else you want me to cover, or if there's any of them you want me to do a second time, I'm starting to do them all a second time. Let me know who you want to see. And thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.